Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm coming at you guys with a video I had planned for a while back but ended up not making it. But I've recently been able to update my message, which is why I'm bringing in today's video. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the lack of uploads recently. The past couple of months have been difficult in terms of finding good opportunities to record, but whenever I get the chance I'll make a video. So as you may have guessed, today I'm talking about Bleeding Edge. I'm not allowed to share gameplay or screenshots of the technical alpha, so I'm just going to be using some random gameplay in the background. In the original video I planned to speak about the game and how it played, as well as what I liked and didn't like about the game. Today I'm going to focus on whether or not I think this game has a chance to become successful, as well as why I think this. Of course you probably already know the answer from the title or the thumbnail, but let's get into it. There hasn't been much said about Bleeding Edge, and I think that this is the number one issue. For those of you who don't know, Bleeding Edge is a new IP, a 4v4 hero-based shooter developed by Ninja Theory and published by Xbox Game Studios. It was originally revealed at Microsoft's E3 2019 press conference. It looks cool, the characters are heavily stylized and all fit to a unique theme reminiscent of Sunset Overdrive. Also, the game has a heavier focus on melee combat than other hero shooters, so this gives it some different gameplay. I think the first fatal issue with this game, which could ruin it in its entirety, is its lack of hype and marketing. Many MOBAs and hero-based competitive games fall into one of two categories. They're either a resounding success or a tremendous flop. Only rarely do games manage to reach that middle ground. If we include other games that offer unique characters for competitive gameplay, such as Rainbow Six Siege or For Honor within this genre, it suddenly becomes far more populated and overcrowded. For Bleeding Edge to succeed, it needs to stand out and not just be written off as another Battleborn doomed to fail. A solid marketing campaign and active developer communication can definitely achieve this. This is Bleeding Edge's first big mistake. Microsoft have revealed it and kept it quiet for now, aside from the occasional closed alpha test that I myself has participated in a few times. I can confirm that the game feels like it could technically be launched right away. There's no missing textures, broken abilities or assets, so it's looking like a complete game. Maybe it just lacks in content, but we don't actually know how much content is in the game compared to what's in the closed alpha tests. An incredibly important part of succeeding within this industry and especially within this genre is brand identity. What sets Bleeding Edge apart from other games similar to it? For what I've played so far, which is admittedly limited, Bleeding Edge feels like a mishmash of a number of games but still retains its own feel. Despite this, I feel like some elements of the game have been mishandled in regards mostly to balancing, but also the competitiveness of the game and its pacing. It's going to be important for Bleeding Edge to establish itself as either a casual or competitive game. For me, this game feels very casual because its balancing isn't great, but it feels like Ninja Theory are trying to make it more competitive. Now, balance is important irrespective of which crowd you want to attract. However, I picture this game being marketed using tournaments, pro players and content creators closer to its release. Now, I could be very wrong, but that's just what I picture. However, in the game's current state, I don't think there's any way that this game could be considered competitive. When I play these sorts of games with unique character classes and team-based mechanics, I usually gravitate towards the support-oriented characters, especially healers. So it's no surprise that when I first played I was really attracted to characters like Zero Cool and Maiko. Now when I play Overwatch and I choose to play as Ana or Baptiste, two of my favourite characters, I can directly see how impactful my healing and support is for the whole team. However, from my experience with Bleeding Edge so far, it doesn't feel anywhere near as important. I was playing Maiko and the enemies would just shred through my healing because of how powerful ganking is in this game. For those of you who aren't familiar with the term ganking, it's basically when multiple players team up on one, so there's a natural imbalance. Now ganking should win in many games because naturally 2v1 would win, but in this game it feels brutal to be ganked. If I'm playing Overwatch and a teammate of mine is getting ganked, I can switch my attention to focus on supporting them, and granted I land my shots as well as my teammate, we can likely repel the threat. This doesn't feel like the case with Bleeding Edge though, because the ganking team can spam crowd control, which every character seemingly has, and completely render healing useless. Healing feels more like a thing to tide you over, not to keep you alive. Like I say, I do really like support roles, so I might just be naturally hateful of damage classes. It just feels too overpowering in this game. Bleeding Edge has a loadout system. For those of you who've played Paladins or Battleborn, you'll already know how this works. Before even searching for a game, you can apply stat modifiers to your characters, such as bonus health, reduced cooldown time on certain abilities, and stuff like that to enforce a certain playstyle. Now this system could very easily make or break the competitive integrity of a game like this. I haven't looked in depth at the system and made any complete character loadouts, but it looks very simple from what I've seen, which can be very good. If this becomes a system that is centripetal for being good at the game, then there's a higher skill ceiling and therefore a higher chance for the game to become competitive. It also adds more depth to the game prior to a match. However, these loadout modifiers cannot be sold and cannot become overpowered at high levels if they're unlockable, otherwise the game can become very boring, especially for newer players. So I'm sure you all now understand my stance on whether or not Bleeding Edge can succeed moving forward. To quickly summarise, I feel like Microsoft haven't done enough to push this game out there. Right now no one is really talking about this game, so a steady stream of trailers, more mechanics, more characters, exclusive gameplay and direct communication with the developers can all be good methods and have worked in the past for expanding a community and generating hype. Also, alongside an increase in marketing, Microsoft needs to do more to push this game's brand identity forward and establish Bleeding Edge as a competitive or a casual game. In the game's current state, I feel that a lot can be done to improve the game and make the gameplay feel more engaging past the core combat, which is very basic. And in relation to all of this, balancing will be important, not only to defining how this game should be played, but also preventing the extremely annoying crowd control spam and ganking. Map size and time to kill should also be reviewed to improve the pacing of the game, which feels slower than the game should be. A faster pace means more action and excitement more consistently. Anyway guys, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.